I'm Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of this newsletter is going to be responding to weak people. What do you do when you've done all this work on yourself and you become a better man, you become more successful, you become more confident, and then you decide to go visit where maybe a place where you used to live, or you go back home, and all your buddies and your friends, people you grew up with, maybe some of the women you used to date, they all remember the way you used to be. And so as far as they're concerned, they think when they get together with you next or they see you again that you're still the same person. And so sometimes this can cause some interesting reactions in your friends and people that you used to date. And so I got an email here from a guy who's done really well with my stuff. And he's a little nervous because he's going to be going home in the near future. And he wants to know how to deal with people who are jackasses to him, basically. So he says, "Hi, Corey. I am developing the mindset detailed in your book and your videos, and I'm living more with a purpose now than I ever have before, so thank you. My query relates to friendships formed in the old mindset. I have lived away from my hometown for 3 years, and now I am due to return in a few weeks. I feel a lot more composed, confident, and willing to tell it like it is than I have ever before. But when I left my town 3 years ago, I was passive and introverted, and this is how friends from back home will expect me to be. I expect to make a lot of new friends due to my more outgoing and driven nature, but how should I deal with old friends that I assume will not like the newfound confidence? And if they act like dicks, do I just keep centered, treat them with humor, and just be indifferent, much as the way with women, or should I just be assertive and tell them how it's going to be from now on? As always, love the videos and articles." Well, that's a good point that you bring up, and I want to tell you something about the reason why people attack you or cut you down or put you down or have negative shit to say about you when you're pursuing your dreams and goals. What you got to understand is that most human beings that you're going to encounter, and probably most of the people that are in your life, friends, family, peer group, doesn't matter, most people are too weak to follow their own dreams. People tend to live in their little comfort zone, in their little box, and they're never going to venture out beyond it. They're never going to pick up a book like mine or another self-help type of book like mine and do the work that you're currently doing on yourself to make you better, to become a better man or a woman if you're a woman watching my videos, because I have a lot of women that watch my stuff too. But the idea is that what happens is the average person in your life, they're very fearful and they live in their little box. And it's interesting because it's like when people get to be about 30 years old, it's like that's it. They're not going to learn anything new. They're not going to step outside their box. They're pretty much in the rut that they're going to be in career-wise, or a lot of people are in the relationship or the type of relationships that they're going to be the rest of their life. And it's almost as if by the time they get to be 30 years old, their will is broken and they've given up on their dreams. And they don't like it. It makes them feel very uncomfortable when someone that they know or someone close to them starts to go and pursue their dreams. Why is this the case? Because you basically become a giant mirror to them. You become a reflection of what they wish they could be. And for the people that are attacking you, I mean, deep down, the bottom line is they simply don't believe in themselves. They have a low self-esteem, low self-worth, or they simply don't think it's in the cards for them to have the life that they've always wanted. And so if they know you or they're close to you or they're friends or maybe even a family member, what people fear is that as you go and pursue your dreams and your goals, that they're going to lose you. In other words, that you're going to become so much more successful and happy than they are, that you're simply just no longer going to want to spend time with them. And so by cutting you down and attacking you in a way, if they can successfully keep you from doing those things, then they no longer feel uncomfortable about themselves. But as you pursue the things that you want, it's a direct reflection of how unsuccessful they are. And for a lot of people, it's very uncomfortable. And the way that they react to it is negative, by putting you down and cutting you down and just saying negative shit about you. And what you're going to learn, especially if you're applying this stuff not only to become more successful with women, but to improve your overall success and quality of life in general, as you go and pursue your goals and dreams, you become more successful, you make more money. What happens is you're simply going to, just by the simple law of attraction, because like attracts like, you're going to encounter other people who are also pursuing their dreams and their goals, and they'll have things in common, and you'll be able to relate to them, because your old peer group or old group of friends that's just never going to go and risk going for their dreams are going to have a hard time relating to you, and you just might find their relationships boring, because that's what I experience when I hang out with a lot of older friends, like from that I grew up with or that I've known for 20-something years of my life. Most of them don't chase after the things that I'm chasing after. They don't take care of their bodies in the way that I take care of my body. I mean, most of the people that I grew up with and I went to high school with, a lot of them are fat, miserable, unhappy, don't take care of themselves. They're in bad marriages, or they're in good marriages, but their life kind of sucks because they're not really doing things that really excite them. And so it's hard when you're around them, is the only thing that they seem to want to do is to make fun of you or tease you or put you down. But here's the key. What I realized over the years is that your real true friends, the people that really care about you for you and they appreciate you for you, they'll support you and they'll appreciate you and they'll uplift you and they'll encourage you to go after the things that you want in life. And those are rare friends. And what I've learned is I just simply spend, as I've gotten older, I spent more time with fewer people. Like when I was in my early 20s, I had literally hundreds of friends. I would go out, party with my buddies, and I'd run into tons of friends that I grew up with, girls that I grew up with, went to high school with. And so we always had a lot in common just because we had a common background, and it was always fun to see what they were doing and what they were up to or how their lives had changed. But as I got older and I started to grow and get into different things, I didn't want to party as much. I didn't like to go out and drink and booze it up as much and to do those things that I used to do when I was younger, because like every weekend I was out drunk and getting shit-faced. And even a lot of my old buddies from high school, that's what they do. I mean, a lot of them are very wealthy, very successful, and they go to the yacht club on the weekends and hang out with other people that we grew up with. And they get shit-faced with their wives while the kids play in the pool and play with other members of the club's kids. And that's what they do. Friday through Sunday, they're shit-faced, basically. And even though they're successful and they're enjoying their life in that respect, it's just not a lifestyle. I mean, it was fun when I was in my 20s. And even in my early 30s, I did it every now and then. Every once in a while, I like to go out and blow off some steam. But it's just not where I live. It's not what I like to do with my life on a daily basis. But what I've also done is I've made a lot of new friends, because when you become successful and you're pursuing your dreams and goals, you want to have friends and people around you that are doing the same kinds of things that you're doing, that are pursuing the dreams that you're pursuing. Because at the end of the day, people that attack you, the real reason deep down that they're attacking you is they don't believe in themselves. And if they're able to attack you and put you down and say the shit that they say about you, but yet you're not deterred, you continue on, they don't believe in themselves. But if they're unable to deter you, then maybe they can believe in you, because deep down, like I said, they just simply don't believe that they've got what it takes to do the things that you want to do, and usually they're afraid of losing you, and they figure if they just can beat you down to their level, that you won't leave your peer group, so to speak. You know, as the old saying goes, misery tends to love company. And so I always use humor. It's like if somebody says something negative to me, I'll say, hey, thanks for noticing. I appreciate you pointing out all of the good qualities that you really like and appreciate about me. I mean, I don't let weak people diminish me, because there's so many people in this world. And I've spent several decades of my life now going after the things I've wanted and just tuning out the people that don't support it. And so the quality of your life is going to be in direct proportion to the quality of the people that you consistently spend your time with. That's definitely something to think about. So if you've got a question or a topic you want me to cover in a future video newsletter, you can go to my website, click the Contact Me tab, which is going to be on the left-hand side of your screen, and send me 1 to 2 paragraphs max detailing your questions, your situation, your challenges. And you just got to give me several days to get back to you with a response, because I get a lot of email from the internet. And I also get a lot of it from my paying phone coaching customers. But be patient and I will get back to you. And if you want to talk to me right away, the quickest way to get my help is going to be to book a paid phone coaching session. And you can do that by going to my website, click the Products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions. If you want to get a digital version of my Kindle ebook, you don't have to have a Kindle. Amazon has gone and created free Kindle e-reader apps for pretty much any electronic device, computer, smartphone that exists in the world. So just on my website, underneath the email sign-up box, is going to be a box that has a link that will take you to my Amazon Kindle download page. When you get to that page, on the right-hand side is a little box that tells you how to get the free app so you can convert your computer, electronic device, or whatever basically into a Kindle with their free e-reader app. Once you do that, it only takes 60 seconds to download my book, and I will talk to you soon.